it's Hannah here from the Personal Wellness Project. Welcome to episode 6. I hope you're doing very well. So just to recap, in the last episode we spoke about why resilience is important, the benefits of promoting your personal resilience as learners, and the impact of that for you. Hopefully you had a go at the resilience profiling task and were able to actually pick out some of the key behaviours of a resilient individual. In today's episode, we're going to discuss those characteristics of a resilient individual and, importantly, what that looks like in practice. So let's get started. Thinking about what you learned in the last episode about resilience and what resilience means to you now, I want to recap the definition of resilience to ensure that we challenge some of those traditional views. Resilience is about being able to think and act in a way that allows you to positively adapt to the different demands that you experience on a daily basis, and being able to protect yourself from the potentially negative effects of these demands. Remember last time we highlighted the importance of personal assets that help us to think and act in a resilient way. So today we're going to focus on these. This term probably sounds quite vague, and you might be wondering what it actually means and what those personal assets might look like. Assets are essentially something that you have. In this case, we might want to call them characteristics. In the last episode, I asked you to think of someone who you thought was particularly resilient and to think about why you thought that person was resilient, what it was about them that made you think, yes, this person is resilient. Here are some of the key characteristics typically found in resilient individuals. Optimism. Optimism is a sense of hopefulness and confidence about the future or the success of something. For example, being optimistic about the likelihood of you being successful on your course at college. Self-efficacy. This is your belief of your capability to organise and execute the courses of action required to manage situations. This might look like believing in yourself to be able to complete an assignment and putting plans in place to give yourself the best chances of finishing that assignment. Or it could be that belief that you're prepared enough and are ready for that job interview that you've got coming up. Positive self-perception. Your self-perception is essentially your own view of yourself. A positive self-perception simply means that you see yourself, your beliefs, values, culture, and life experiences in a positive way. For example, seeing yourself as a kind and helpful person or someone who can achieve. Ability to view demands as challenges. This is a critical element of being resilient, especially for learners. Demands, or stresses, can range from traumatic life events such as accident or injury to the daily hassles that we face, like having to do chores or complete college work. As a learner, you will be exposed to many stresses in your academic career, such as assignments or socially within the college. A resilient individual will perceive the stressor they face as a challenge, and they will deal with these difficulties in a proactive way by asking for help or making a plan on how to tackle that assignment, for example. Determination and persistence. A resilient individual will demonstrate determination and persistence in what they want to achieve. This might look like taking on board the feedback given by a tutor on an assignment and continuing to do work on something until they achieve what it is that they want to achieve. By considering resilience as a series of characteristics and attitudes that drive positive behaviours, it becomes quite clear that all of these things can be learned and they can be developed over time. Importantly, resilience is not something that you're born with or without. It might just take a little bit of determination, persistence, and maybe some help and support from others along the way. Resilience is indeed very positive and accessible to all. Your task today is to think about a time when you've been resilient and tell me why you were resilient at this time and how it felt to be resilient. By creating opportunities to reflect on times when we have been resilient allows us to engage with personal growth, which we know is really important for our well-being. Also, reflecting and learning from our experiences is a really powerful way to be successful in the future. Here's some questions to help you to do this. What moments have you needed to be really resilient in? How did you think in those moments? What were you focusing on? How did you act in those moments? What were your behaviours like? What can you learn from these experiences to create more opportunities for being resilient in the future? Give this task a go and really unpick what resilience looks like for you. We would love to hear your responses, so make sure you let us know in the comments about how you get on. And don't forget, like, share and subscribe to this channel to keep up to date. That is the end of episode 6. I really hope you've enjoyed today and have found it helpful to think about what resilience looks like and means for you. Thank you so much for listening, and don't forget to check out Instagram for extra content. See you soon for the next episode.